So we're in a little village called El Pedrinha, which is, as you can see, we're quite high up in the Serra da Gardunha mountains. And we're going to, there's like a little Sunday market. So I don't really know anything about this town.
Pretty.
Yeah, maybe I can put some little facts up on the screen. Yeah, it's quite a cute little town. I think when all the leaves are out on the trees and everything, it's a nice little mountain village. Cool, so we found it. It's in this theatre. Yeah, so there seem to be quite a few different stalls and stuff here. And selling everything from like olives to wine to creams, fruits, vegetables, cheeses. So yeah, a nice little market. I'm the only one that bought anything, and surprise, surprise, I bought a bottle of organic wine for €5, and I bought an artisanal beer for €2. So yeah, so the prices are kind of expensive for things in Portugal terms, but I'm sure they're going to be very nice.
Homemade.
Yeah, exactly. It's not mass-produced stuff.
I've just made a key hanger. I don't know, what's it called?
Well, you made it.
To hang stuff on.
Yeah.
Because we had 2 screws, because we had 2 holes in the wall.
Yeah.
And this is a bit of wood that Ken chopped down from the dam the other day that I stripped to the bark and rubbed some olive oil on there because it's all we had.
Yeah.
And then I put some of those in and I tied some string and it does a job.
Oh, cool.
And if you wanna buy one, let me know.
Yeah, £1,000. Okay. The chickens have decided to debug our vineyard, which is pretty cool. Although, when there's fruit on these trees, we don't want them anywhere near this vineyard, so we're going to have to build some kind of fencing here. Cool, so we've got 2 nesting boxes. We've had these for a while, but I think we've had them in the wrong place. Because the chickens were using them to sleep in, not to nest in, so I'm unsure of whether or not. Do you want to come in so you can see? I'm unsure on whether or not to put some substrate in here, like sawdust or something, because I think the idea is that they lay the eggs and then the eggs roll in the front. And if I put sawdust in there, then that's not going to happen.
We do have an egg though.
We have an egg. Okay. Cool. It's got like a weird thing on it. Good morning, everyone. It's a cold and rainy Tuesday, the 14th of January. It's 10:18, and I'm busy putting up a greenhouse. The chickens are helping me. The instructions are a little bit unclear, to be honest. I don't really show which nuts and bolts I'm supposed to be using for things, but okay, so the frame is pretty much up. What's that, 11:44? Yeah, no, the instructions weren't that great. And yeah, I'm just chopping some wood. We're supposed to have a guy coming today to drop off some more wood for us, but he's sick apparently, so yeah, so this is all we got left. And it's really big for our wood burner, so I'm having to chop it up. And it's quite difficult because all these bits of wood that are left have got big knots and stuff running through them, so they're not cutting very well. And I got my chicken here, busy helping me chop wood. For some reason, this chicken's not at all scared about the noise of the axe heading down. It's built. It's a very cheap greenhouse. I don't expect the cover is going to last very long. But yeah, it's solid enough. The aluminium and the nuts and stuff used. I redid the nuts with like nylon thread inside so that they stick together nicely. And I don't know if this is the final resting ground, but it's light enough to pick up and move around. We've got a avocado tree. I've been wanting to get one of these for a while. Just looking, it seems like something's been munching on it. But anyway, yeah, this is my favorite variety of avos, the Haas or whatever. Well, that's cool. I can see another goldfish. Kind of in the center of the screen. Let's see. That little orange speck in the center there. You probably can't see on here, but yeah. There's a goldfish swimming around there. Hey guys, it's the 15th of January 2020 and it's Wednesday. It's 20 past 11 and yeah, today's really bad. It's like raining loads again. So I just have to deal with this problem. Basically we've got a flood at the bottom of our vineyard. This keeps happening. And if you look, a lot of these vineyards at the bottom here are dead because of it. And also we're starting to affect trees and stuff. So like this cherry tree is completely rotten. It does have buds in it, so I think it's going to try and come back, but I mean, look at that. This must just be years and years of this rotting from, you know, sitting in the water that pulls up here. So I've found what I think is the lowest point, and I just have to dig a little trench, and there's like a little concrete wall. I don't have a sledgehammer, so I'm going to try and see if I can knock through it with a hand hammer. I mean, already at the moment it's, you know, there's already water coming out, as you can see, but we need to get this level a lot lower than that. So yeah, so let's see how that goes. Well, that was actually quite easy. That little hammer made short work of that brick. I'm completely soaked now. So what I'm going to do now is just dig a little trench in there, and then also lower the length or the height of that. And then I don't have any gravel now, but I'll fill it up with gravel. Then every time it rains, hopefully the water will drain into the gravel and go into this bottom field. I'm not particularly worried about this bottom field at this point. I think this water is going to soak into the ground and end up in our well anyway, so that's not too much of a problem. I just want to get it away from the roots of these trees and definitely from these vines, because as you can see, the vines at the bottom here are all, over the years, have all been damaged. Yeah, so we have a similar thing going on here by the front wall of the farm, where it pulls up along here. It also pulls up on that side, but at the moment it's not doing that. So I've just made a little hole in the wall here, and I just need to tidy it up a little bit more on the outside so that it goes straight into the drain. Right, so that seems to be working. Let's go and see how my other drainage hole went. Yeah, there was a lot of water. Look, the water's even reached down here. Yeah, you can see it's filled up this whole area. It's still flowing as well. Jeez, there was a lot of water up there. Still is. Wow. Okay. Anyway, this should drain faster than it rains, so hopefully in future, I mean, I'll tidy this up a bit once it's done its job, but hopefully in future we won't have this flooding problem down here. This tank was, I would say it was down about there. It's a 10,000 litre tank, so I don't know, what, 1,000 litres of water have come in from the rain and the gutters on the house. Is that even possible? Jeez, that's crazy. It's not really raining that bad. It's not like the storm that we had. But wow, that's a lot of water. So I'm just going to relieve some of the pressure on it. Otherwise, if you look there, it builds up on the side of the house, and that's probably not a good idea. There's a problem with the pipe I installed. When I first thought about moving to Portugal, I thought it was going to be very hot, and I thought we were going to have a problem with water. I know it's winter, but geez, I mean, we've got like We've got way too much water, and it's pretty cold. I mean, it's not as cold as England, but I mean, today's like, I don't know, 9 degrees. The sun's not shining. So, hey, look, I'm not complaining. It's still better weather than what's happening in England right now. I think they have Storm Brandon or Brendan or something. People's roofs are blowing off, and that's freezing. So, yeah, look, I'm not complaining, but I tell you, I didn't expect it to be this wet. I think I'll stop it there and let the pond fill up again from the rain. This is a little makeshift tool shed. Surprisingly dry in here. There's no water coming in, even though I can see there's a hole in the ceiling and it's raining really badly. No water comes through there. Well, it's completely dry underneath. But yeah, this is just another extra room that we have. Very tall ceiling. And at the moment we're just using it as like a dumping ground for tools and odds and ends. It's a nice size. I'd say it's about 5 meters wide by 6 meters long. Yeah. Let me put this guy outside for a little while and give him some rain. Oh, wow, look at this. That's just from opening up the water tank. We've still got a river running down the road. It's not really the greatest weather today. It's making it quite difficult to do anything. So yeah, 12:24. It's been about an hour since I chopped the drains in at the bottom down there. I'm guessing it's going to all be drained by now. Wow, still draining over an hour later. This is like some kind of newt or salamander.
I've got you. Sorry, I laughed at you.
Okay. Good boy. So it's Thursday the 16th, almost 2 p.m. And yeah, we've just moved this greenhouse onto this concrete slab. This is where I was processing all the wood and stuff. But I think this will be a nice place for it because it's kind of out of the way and it's got a nice concrete base. What you doing, Gina Splina?
I'm gonna plant some seeds.
Cool.
So we have tomato and peppers and lettuce, a weird bobbly cucumber, carrots and aubergines. No, asparagus. Monty Don would be horrified.
Can you see those? What one's that?
Lettuce.
Cool.
I'm sure if you just got peppers and you fried them.
The little chickens are quite interested in what's going on.
I remember Monty Don saying don't press too hard on top of the... Just getting a light little press. I sound like I know what I'm talking about.
What, do they get depressed if you press them too hard?
They do.
Good morning. Friday the 17th of January, 11:15. Cool, so we've got some more wood. There's a guy who stays up in the mountains here, apparently in this direction on this mountain, and he's got a whole bunch of this wood, this mimosa wood. This is 2 cubic meters. It's about 6 foot high. So yeah, that should last us a while, and it's very nice and dry. It's been drying for 2.5 years apparently. Gina, what are you doing while I'm drinking an ice cold beer?
Cleaning shit.
Are you cleaning shit? You having fun in there?
Yeah.
Our chickens, are they ready for their Airbnb experience?
Well, do do you know, I think I'm going to change I think what we're going to do, they like laying eggs in here.
Yeah.
I think what we do is we board off this top bit.
Okay.
And then put a couple of dividers in.
Yeah.
And this becomes there, because they obviously like being in there.
Yeah.
And they can have some there and some there.
Okay.
And then that's still their roost.
Yeah.
Without it being their chicken box.
Good idea. Yeah, we got the chickens some oyster shells today to use as grit. One of the chickens is laying soft eggs. Like, it doesn't even seem like there's a shell on it, so it definitely needs some of this calcium. Right, so Gina, what are we doing? What are you doing? What are we?
Looking at a message.
What are we doing? Right, Spleens, what are we doing?
We're walking around the farm to see where there's gaps and things that we need to plant. So we're looking to see whether it needs to be fruit trees or roses, because we don't just want it all farmy stuff, we want pretty stuff.
Okay, so the entrance of the farm, we have this, that's the entrance there. We have this first field that's about an acre or so. And then we have a section here that can be gated off. And on this gated off section, we've got some vines growing along this hedgerow. We have a cherry tree, and this stretches along, I don't know, about 100 meters or so. So what we want to do is fill in the gaps. There's quite a few gaps here. When Gina was pruning, so we got some gaps here, and I think in between these grapevines it would be quite nice to put some roses.
So we've got 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So 4.
Okay.
And then I don't think we want one by the door, because if it starts to
Yeah, exactly.
thorny and stuff.
Mm.
This little one's growing here.
Yeah.
Probably won't get much more because of the tree.
Because the loquats, yeah, exactly. I mean,
I think that's quite a big vine.
it is a big vine, but maybe look at the way that the tractor goes around here. Look, it goes. So in this corner, we should plant a tree.
What were those fast-growing trees that you said?
Palovnia, which is I can't remember the name. Do you know what it's called in South Africa? It's called a jacaranda, and it has beautiful purple flowers. And they grow incredibly fast, and it should do well in this climate.
So, I want another lemon tree. What trees do you want?
What trees do I want?
They're like
Yes.
the soft orange.
Yes, I want sort of easy peeler oranges. We've got a tree, but it's a bit bitter. I was reading earlier that apparently you put potash and Epsom salts, and apparently that'll sweeten up your citrus. Right, so this little girl over here, this little girl over here has just killed a mole, which is probably a good thing, because in all honesty, we've got mole holes popping up all over the place. I do feel very sad, because it's a very sweet little creature. I mean, you know. What you doing, Gina? The chickens have put themselves to bed.
Oh, blimey, how do you get out there? 5.
Wait, just shine back on these girls again, but not directly into their little eyes. Oh, look at them.
3, 4.
Wait.
5, 6, 7, 4, 8. Sorry, my counting was off. Good night.
Good night, chickens. Have fun. Enjoy yourselves. Lay eggs. Lay eggs, chickens. Lay them. We want eggs.
Right, let's all go inside, motherfuckers. Come on.
It's not very nice. Oh, she's closing the door. Saturday the 18th, 9 a.m. We're on our way to Elkins. There's a market. So we're just on our way to Elkins. Yeah, that's on the map where it is. So it's quite close to the border of Spain, really. It's very close to where we are. So we're traveling here on the N18, which is toll-free. You see that bridge over there? That's the IP2, and that has tolls on it. So for us to travel to like Castelo Branco, we'll hit, I think, like 2 tolls, and each one's about €1 something. So yeah, or you can travel on this N18 road, which we're doing now.
It's really busy.
Yeah, and as you can see, super busy, loads of cars. No, there's no traffic in Portugal, so it's not a biggie, and you save yourself about €5 on a round trip. Move to Portugal, they said. It'll be sunny.
They said.
I stand corrected. That road is actually called the A23, the one with the toll.
So it's indoors, which is good.
Okay, so there's Mercado Municipal. Okay, so it's a municipal market. Cool, yeah, so there's fruit. There are some trees for sale. There's like olives, cacti. What are these? Fruit trees?
Tangerines.
Are those cranberries? Like cranberries.
Currant. No, red currant.
Cool, and more fruit, veg, beans. It's like a butcher's in the back there. Some mushrooms. And we've got some fish. It's like cheeses, olive oil, olives. Yeah. So lettuces and spring onions. There's apples. Cool, so we got some new additions. We got mango, quite a nice size actually. It's about as tall as Gina. And then we've got passion fruit, or what we say in South Africa, granadilla. And then we've got some camellia. Hope we were going to watch you eat a banana.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
Everyone just ignores them.
Yeah. Yeah, that dog was definitely chained up somewhere and broke free.